everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Welcome back to 12 Days of Challenges with Daisy and Christy. Today's theme is travel. So I'm going to be using this cut file. This is one of those cut files you could get from Paige Evans. I had a few of them. I do believe this one was given to me. I think this one might be from Maggie. Could have been from Daisy. I don't know. It was before I had my cut file, like my die cutting machine though. And I'm going to use some Paige Evans pattern paper. This is stuff I've had in my stash. It's the 6x6 kind of leftovers I had. And I'm going to go ahead and back the cut file. Now I'm going to take this theme a little bit differently in the fact that I am talking about travel. My photo is technically of travel, but mostly I decided to take the theme and use it into my title. So I'm going to call this Beautiful Ride, and you will see the photo and it'll make sense. But I'm going to tell you off the bat, I started doing this one and man, oh man, did I struggle. And I'm going to come back live at the very end so you can kind of hear my thoughts and what happened with this layout, because I just I couldn't make it work. I started by thinking I could go ahead and use this really fun pattern paper and cut all the little bits out and make a fun little border. I wasn't really digging that, so that's gonna go away. And oh man, I don't know. So you're gonna hear my thought process about that at the very end. So be prepared. It kind of cuts off a little bit differently. But I also wanted to say, have you noticed the trend of our challenges yet? So we started off with A, which was to spell the word autumn and use that in our layouts. And then we use the word U for use something up. And this week is T for travel. So I don't know if you can quite tell yet, but we are using the word autumn for the first 6 days or whatever that equals out to. And then we are going to switch and use the word winter for the end. And that's why we are doing this 12 days of challenge in between fall and winter, because we're going to use both the words to help us with our challenges, and the start of each letter starts off what the challenge is. So I wasn't sure if you had noticed that yet. It wasn't really something I think we've said. We just kind of told you what the challenge itself was, but that is how we are doing it this round, and I've been having a lot of fun. You can tell that I have been using cut files. Every single layout I have created so far has been made with a cut file, and I'd like to know what you think about that, because we've talked about it before. At least I've mentioned it before. They're new to me, so that's probably why you're seeing a lot of it. I'm really kind of experimenting with it. But do you like that? Because it's true, you could get cut files, for example, Daisy, but there are so many amazing scrappers on YouTube that can do cut files justice. And I want to know if me having a bunch of layouts with cut files is something you're okay with. Does it matter to you? Or would you like me to try to refrain from using them and just do that kind of sparingly? So just let me know. I would really like to know. I will probably do what I want to do, to be honest with you. But I do want to know. I like to know what people think. And if sometimes my way of thinking is the way other people think about things, or if it's just all in my head. So please let me know what you think and what you would prefer. And I'll definitely take it into consideration as I'm creating in the future. I have gone about, I'm almost a month ahead of schedule. So if you notice me saying things like, I'm going back to work in January instead of November, or, you could hear me say some funny things. I might be contradicting myself a little bit. Like I said, I'm scrapbooking ahead of myself because I am going back to work in November instead of January. So I'm trying to have all my content up, especially with 30 days coming up, and getting that all sorted out. So as I just yabbered away there, you can see I did find my photo, cute little photo of Nora there. She, she's not forward facing, but she's in like her big girl seat. She had that cute little thing in her hair, and she just was so sweet. So I haven't really documented her sitting in the car and how she travels yet. So I wanted to get that in there. I felt like this photo really kind of did it justice. I loved, like I said, the photo of her. She's just really sweet. And I've done one of Jackson in this chair, and eventually Barrett will be in it too. So actually, you know what? I think Barrett is in this chair already. So it's one of these, things that have been passed on to all three of them. And I like to document stuff like that. And I like to document how my kids travel and what type of traveler they are in the car. So yes, that is what this layout's about. So now you're going to see, you can tell I did all of that on white cardstock. I'm now switching, trying to find if a different colored cardstock is going to work, or pattern paper, and all the fun that came with this layout. I don't know. I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with cut files. That's all I can say about it. I am decently okay with the way that it finishes. Like, I'm not going to re-scrap it, so I don't hate it. And I like the cut file. It's fun, but it's just so large, and I struggle. I don't know. I'd really like to know how you deal with cut files yourself. And do you find it really hard to use big cut files, or is it a breeze? Do you care that they're so large, or do you prefer them to be smaller? Anyways, I'm going to come live for you so you can see the struggle I have. Hey everyone. So I just want to be really clear about how much I'm struggling with this layout. This is my problem with cut files. This cut file is so large and taking up so much space, and it's so powerful because of the patterns I chose and the stitching, that it's the future of the layout, which is okay every once in a while. I don't mind it, but I am still really new to cut files, which is part of it. And yes, I definitely could have taken some of these areas and backed my photo in them, but I really like this photo of Nora, and I'm trying to incorporate the fact that she's sitting in the car with her car seat and all of that. So I kind of wanted the photo off kiltered a little, and then I added these florals, which help a little bit. And I really like this fun little adventure, how it kind of perfectly fits underneath that U. But honestly, I don't know where to go from here. And my personal style, this is a little too basic for me. And I think that's where my struggle is a lot of people use cut files and they just use the cut file to stand out, add a photo, a couple embellishments, and call it good, because that's their style and that's what they like, and they turn out beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, this is very pretty, but for me and my style, it's just not enough. So I thought I'd walk through the very end of this with you. I grabbed a couple pieces from the Maggie Holmes Willow Lane collection. So I grabbed a few yellow. I thought maybe I could make that work, including this little yellow butterfly. So the first thing is, I love this little thing that says days spent with you are my favorite, even though favorite is spelled wrong. It's not wrong if you're American, but it is not the way I spell it. And it kind of fits perfectly with this bee, but I don't want to cover up the entire bee because you want to see the pattern a little bit. So I'm going to try to sneak it underneath. This is glued down, so it's not like it's an easy thing to do, but I just kind of going to sneak it. So it kind of looks like it's part of that floral a little bit. And then I also found this frame that is so pretty. I never have used it. This is I used the other frames from that collection, but I never used this one. And I'm thinking about highlighting my photo with it in some way. Maybe just letting it be like that. And I'm happy with that. You still see kind of that floral there as well. So there's pink on that side and there's white on this side. So I'm not sure which side I'm going to use. I think I might even tuck it so it's like that. Yeah, I think I like that. So let's see, do we like the pink side? A little bit. Yeah, that kind of blends in nicely. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, which means I have to pop that up on fun foam or get it glued down in a way. And then my final thought, and this is how I'm going to finish it off and just call it good, is this butterfly right here in the middle. It's small enough that I think if I fussy cut it and have it, or maybe one more, maybe I'll do a couple of them and have it kind of flying off somewhere within the layout. So you'll see that in the finished look. I'm gonna get everything glued down. My journaling is gonna be housed here. I kind of have that planned. Yeah, so this is not my favorite layout of all times. I'm happy it's done. Like I said, a little outside the theme for travel. Like, I mean, it is a travel, but I kind of, you know, kind of outdid the theme a little bit. But again, this is my struggle with cut files, and I just wanted to be really real so you knew. I struggle with them. They're beautiful. I like them. I'm enjoying having a silhouette to use it with, but I'm struggling immensely. So anyways, here is a look at my finished layout. Thanks for watching. Check out Daisy, because you know her layout's going to be amazing. That girl can rock a cut file. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week with another 12 days. Bye.